got to get down from here, but I want to leave you with one of my most favorite quotes from Samuel Adams. And you probably heard this one and remember it. He said, "If you love wealth better than liberty and tranquility of servitude better than animated context of freedom, go home from us in peace. We ask not your counsel or your arms. Crouch down and lick the hands and the feet of those that feed you. May your chains set lightly upon you, and may posterity forget that you were ever our countrymen." Hallelujah. God bless all of you. God bless America. We're going to take it back. All right. Talking about a revolution.
And one phrase from Jefferson in a letter just leaped out at me and described so much of what we're facing today. Jefferson said to Adams, "The issue today is the same as it has been throughout history. Shall man be allowed to govern himself, or shall he be ruled by a small elite?" That's what Jefferson had to say. Now, one man whose name must be uttered today, whose name must not be forgotten, is the name of Kent Snyder. Kent died within the last 2 weeks of pneumonia at the age of 49. No doubt, in large measure, because of his tireless efforts in behalf of Ron Paul. None of us would be here today but for the leadership that Kent Snyder provided. He was the one who persuaded Ron Paul to become a candidate for president. He was active in Ron Paul's campaign in 1988, and I'm proud to say that I supported Ron Paul in 1988 when he was the Libertarian nominee for president against George H.W. Bush.
North American leaders saw it. Was agreeing to the steps that led to the European Union. The other huge mistake she made was bringing Robert Mugabe to power in Rhodesia against Abdel Muzorewa, the anti-communist black leader who had in effect won the election. And she bypassed Mugabe, that vicious tyrant. She said the other big mistake she made was going along with the steps that led to the North American Union. You know, recently they celebrated the so-called 50th anniversary of the economic European Union. A few months ago, they celebrated the so-called 50th anniversary of the European Union. But it didn't exist 50 years ago. What they did was set up the iron and coal community, this and that and the other. And bit by bit, block by block, they produced what is now the European Union, a primary source country of illegal immigrants into the U.S. In the European Union, you can go among any and all of the 27 countries without a visa, without a passport. And if the North American Union is established, no passports will be required to permit the people of Canada and Mexico to travel freely throughout the United States. We already have big problems with the superhighway system too. The U.S. should not allow the Security and Prosperity Partnership to implement further regulations to create the North American Union. 3, the President of the United States should indicate strong opposition to these acts or any other proposals that threaten the sovereignty of the United States. Now, thank God, there are, what I'm taking your name and address, people add to our coalition bloc, North American Union. A very important thing to do in the world order Olympics. Thank God for the Irish showing no problem. One of the leaders of the European Union said, "The people have spoken, those rotten bastards, and they're not going to accept the first vote as final. They're going to keep voting and voting and voting until the Irish get it right. But the Irish are more determined than ever to stick to their stand. My friends, there's a lot more I can say. Two things. One, get your member of Congress to co-sponsor House of Congress 40, and two, join Coalition Law, the North American Union. Let me close on our website, by the way, we have a forward. We also, foreign entanglements that compromised the liberty and independence of the United States, George Washington. At a crucial moment during the debate over the Constitution, Washington rose and said to his colleagues, if to please the people, we offer what we ourselves disbelieve, how may we then afterward defend our work? Our task is to raise a standard to which the wise and honest may repair, recognizing that the event is in the hands of God. My friends, it's also in your hands to do God's work here on earth as He does in heaven. Thank you very much.
The NAFTA superhighway and give all the profits to Zachary and ACS of Spain. Incentive to lower the speed limit on competing free route Interstate 35 if they drive more traffic to the Trans-Texas Corridor toll road. Our government has become the puppet of private industry, and they've figured out how to team up to make billions off the public's roadways. These highways belong to we the people, not the government, not the oil lobby. They have no right to steal our land in the name of public peace, and it's really about private gain, and government profits go laws have been dramatically altered to allow these public-private partnerships. And this administration and governors like ours, Rick Perry in Texas and Indiana's Mitch Daniels, have orchestrated a shift away from an affordable gas tax-funded freeway system that we can all use to a new policy of prolific and oppressive toll taxation. They're planning to toll the living daylights out of urban commuters in order to give their cronies government-sanctioned monopolies over your roads that you depend on for daily living. His office did nothing. And this is the famous Ronnie Earl who took down Tom DeLay. He apparently isn't spending any more of our money on taxpayer-funded lobbying in order to turn the tide of opposition. Their PR firm stated that the political environment needs to be changed to make it less hostile to the TTC. The goal of their campaign, policy debate, when the state agencies are to implement policy, not shape it, not make it. Just like our courts are getting out of control, well, so are our state agencies.
For the Free State Project, moved to New Hampshire in 2004, is working with hundreds of others who have done similarly. FreeStateProject.org.
Go Ron Paul. Go Free State Project. All right. Very briefly, I wanted to introduce you to the Free State Project. For those of you who don't know, we are a migration of pro-liberty activists to the state of New Hampshire, and we feature beautiful people with wonderful flags with porcupines on them. We've had some excellent success, having had hundreds of people move to New Hampshire and get involved in the system there. They've won offices all the way up to state rep and have lobbied on bills, both to kill anti-liberty bills and support pro-liberty bills, among other things, making New Hampshire the first state to pass a resolution exempting itself from real ID. And this year we have over 40 Ron Paul supporters running for state representative. If you all are looking for something to do, and I know you are because you're here, check out the Free State Project at freestateprojects.org. Come visit. We have 2 events a year. We would love to see you in New Hampshire. Live free or die.